So guys, put the heading. Welcome back. Once again, very good morning all of you. So in the previous session, we have seen capital structure planning problems, maximizing EPS and all that stuff. Now let us start with financial break-even point and indifference point. Note this as important from exam point of view also. Put the heading financial break-even point and indifference point. 31st October 2021. Days are running like anything, no? So guys, 2021 is also over, guys. Sir, for us only exam dates we remember, sir. December 6th, sir. Okay. Financial break-even point. Financial break-even point and indifference point. Guys, in costing, Shweta, just say hi once.
Hi, sir.
Shweta, in costing, we have seen break-even point. You remember?
Yes, sir.
What is break-even point in costing? Tell me.
No profit, no loss situation.
Okay, so everybody, whenever someone speaks about break-even point, everybody say no profit, no loss. But I sincerely recommend you stop using this. Stop using no profit, no loss. This is, I feel this is something like BCom level or 10th class level. It is not CA level. So whatever the break-even point you have seen is, if you know the actual meaning technically, it is, can I say, the level of sales at which operating profit of the entity is zero.
Yes, sir.
So what is break-even point? Tell me, guys, do you agree? If I say break-even point is the, in costing, whatever the break-even point you have learned, that break-even point is the level of sales at which the EBIT is zero. So you might have calculated something like this: sales less variable cost. What do you call this, mom?
Contribution.
Contribution. From this, what will you do?
Fixed cost we have to reduce.
What will you get?
Profit.
EBIT. EBIT is nothing but operating profit. When you subtract fixed cost from contribution, what you get is EBIT. What is EBIT? Operating profit. From EBIT, what will you do?
Interest, EBT,
Minus
tax, EAT,
minus tax, EAT,
minus preference dividend if any, or else number of shares.
Okay,
EPS.
so for the sake of ease, let us understand, for the sake of ease, let us assume that there are no preference shares. So can I take N and can I calculate EPS?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now if you look at your operating break-even point, it is a connection between these two. So in costing, you have calculated break-even point, no? That is not simple break-even point. That should be, actually speaking, operating break-even point. What is that break-even point? That is operating break-even point. Now in FM, we are calculating another break-even point, which is known as financial break-even point. Financial break-even point. What is financial break-even point? Financial break-even point is the level of EBIT. Is the level of EBIT where the earnings per share is zero. So this is, here if you observe, this is the connection between this and this. This and this. Now if you recollect, this is the area where you calculated operating leverage. This is the area where you calculated financial leverage. Yes or no? Operating leverage, if you remember, operating leverage is delta EBIT by sales here. here it is financial leverage, it is delta EPS by delta EBIT. So same concept we are continuing in this break-even point also. So operating means relation between sales and EBIT, whether it is operating leverage or whether it is operating break-even point. Financial means the relationship between operating profit and EPS, whether it is financial leverage or financial break-even point, relationship remains same. So basically, what is financial break-even point? Financial break-even point is the level of EBIT where EPS is 0. Now, EPS is 0. Okay, here EPS is 0. Now, I'll write something. Shweta, tell me what it is, ma. What is this?
EBIT, sir.
EBIT, yeah?
Yes, sir.
What is this?
EBIT minus interest.
Means what?
EBT.
Into 1 minus T.
EAT.
EAT, are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Minus PD.
Earnings available for equity shareholders.
Very good. Divided by N.
Yes.
Equate this to 0 and find out what is this. That is financial break-even point, and this concept is over.
Okay, sir.
Financial break-even point means the level of EBIT where EPS is 0. Now equate EPS to 0. What is the equation to calculate EPS? EBIT minus interest into 1 minus T minus PD divided by N. Equate that to 0. Simplify the equation. Calculate EBIT. EBIT will be some X rupees. That is financial break-even point. Then put the heading indifference point. Indifference point. What is the meaning of indifference? Indifference means there is no difference. So if A is equal to B, we tell this indifference, equal. Okay, now if EPS of plan A is equal to EPS of plan B, then we say it is indifference point. Okay, so there is some doubt. What is that? Sir, what is PD? PD means preference dividend, ma. Yogasan, PD means preference dividend. Dividend payable on preference share capital. Take preference share capital into rate of dividend whatever they have given in the question. That is PD. Okay, wow. Okay. So you calculate EPS of plan A. Equate that with EPS of plan B. The profit where EPS of plan A and EPS of plan B are same is known as indifference point. So write down it like this. Indifference point is the level of EBIT where the EPS of two financial plans will be same. Okay. For example, if the company is considering two financial plans, financial plan 1 and financial plan 2, comma, indifference point refers to Indifference point refers to the level of EBIT where EPS of plan 1 will be equal to EPS of plan 2. Where EPS of plan 1 will be equal to EPS of plan 2. Where EPS of plan 1 will be equal to EPS of plan 2. Okay. Here write down EBIT minus I1 into 1 minus tax rate minus PD1 divided by N1 is equal to EBIT minus I2 into 1 minus T minus PD2 divided by N2. Where EBIT is equal to operating profit in bracket indifference point. EBIT is equal to operating profit in brackets right now indifference point. I1 is equal to interest as per financial plan 1. I1 is equal to interest as per financial plan 1. T is equal to tax rate. T is equal to tax rate. PD1 is equal to preference dividend as per plan 1. PD is equal to preference dividend as per plan 1. PD is equal to preference dividend as per plan 1. N1 is equal to number of shares in plan 1. N1 is equal to number of shares in plan 1. I2 is equal to interest as per plan 2. Now you tell me what is PD2? Guys, you tell me what is PD2?
Fixed dividend as per financial plan 2.
Correct. Then write down N2. N2. Number of shares in plan 2. Number of shares in plan 2. Number of shares in plan 2. Okay. So guys, have you done copying this? Yes. Shall we see some problems? Okay. Before that, small additional information. Put the heading EBIT EPS chart. Put the heading EBIT EPS chart. EPS on y-axis, EBIT on x-axis. Both are in terms of rupees. EPS rupees, EBIT rupees. Okay. Now you tell me if EBIT is more, will EPS be more? What is the link between EBIT EPS? If EBIT is high, will EPS be high or low? If EBIT is high, EPS will be what? Common sense, high. So if you look at this equation, high EBIT will give high EPS, low EBIT will give low EPS. Don't you think the curve will appear something like this? So look at the curve. It is satisfying high EPS, high EBIT, low EPS, low EBIT. Correct? Now this is financial plan 1. You tell me what is this? Financial break-even point 1. Correct? Financial break-even point now. Now you imagine this is FP2, financial plan 2. What is this? Can I say financial break-even point of 2? Correct? Now imagine if there is some equation like this. Financial plan 3. Now you think carefully and tell me, what is this? Shweta, what is that circle ma? Just now I have written one black color circle now. What is that? Can you tell me?
So it's a common point, sir. Intersection of both.
Okay. Can I say that is indifference point?
Difference point, yes, sir.
So if you observe, this is the EBIT where EPS of both the curves is same.
Yes, sir.
So can I say this is indifference point between what and what?
Financial plan 1 and financial plan 2.
Between 1 and 2, correct?
Yes, sir.
1 and 2. Now carefully tell me, what is this?
Indifference point between financial plan 1 and financial plan 3.
Indifference point between 1 and 3, huh?
Yes, sir.
Now you tell me, where is indifference point between 2 and 3?
There is no indifference point.
There is no indifference point because they are parallel lines.
Yes, sir.
You understand? No indifference point between 2 and 3. Why I gave you this chart, you know? Sometimes when you are solving problem in the exam hall, you will end up like this. 0.5 EBIT is equal to 2 EBIT. You will get mental. This is mathematically absurd equation. So something like this appears. Your mind should say, this is mathematically absurd equation, means there is no point of indifference between these two plans. Typically in every question there will be 3 plans. Out of that, 2 plans will not have point of indifference. That happens because see, the blue color curve and the black color curve, they are parallel, like railway track. They don't have point of intersection. So this is financial break-even point of plan 3. So financial break-even point 1 is there, financial break-even point 2 is there, financial break-even point 3 is there. But there are only 2 indifference points. Indifference point between 1 and 2 is there. Indifference point between 1 and 3 is there. Between 2 and 3, there is no indifference point. You understand?
Yes, sir.
That's all. So shall we solve some problems now?
Okay, sir.
Read 5th question, ma.
Calculate the level of EBIT at which the EPS indifference point between the following financial alternatives will occur. Equity share capital of rupees 6 lakhs and 12% debentures of rupees 4 lakhs, or equity share capital of rupees 4 lakhs, 14% preference share capital of rupees 2 lakhs and 12% debentures of rupees 4 lakhs. Assume that corporate tax rate is 35% and par value of equity share is rupees 10 in each case. Also calculate the financial break-even point for both the financial plans.
So here they said par value of equity share is rupees 10. Okay, there are 1-2 problems where Equity share capital 6 lakhs is given. How many number of equity shares are there? They have not given.
Yes, sir.
What is the face value? They have not given. Then you have to assume that it is assumed that the face value of equity is 10 rupees, or you can take 100 rupees, you can take 1 rupee. Whatever you assume, answers will be same. Okay, so shall we solve problem number 5? So you don't do anything, just observe what I am doing. After that, I'll give you one more problem for practice. Okay, problem number 5. So just help me with calculations. You don't simultaneously copy or do. Okay, so one, financial break even point of plan 1. Okay, you tell me formula, ma.
EBIT minus interest into 1 minus tax rate minus preference dividend divided by number of shares
Correct.
is
Equal to what is EBIT? That is what we need to calculate. This should be equated to 0. Correct?
Yes, sir.
EBIT we don't know. Minus, do we know interest?
Yes, sir.
How much?
48,000, sir.
4 lakhs into 12%, 48,000. Into what is tax rate?
35%.
35. So 1 minus tax rate, can I say 0.65?
Yes, sir.
Minus PD how much?
Yes, sir. In first plan.
In first plan 0. Divided by how many number of shares are there? 6 lakhs share capital, 10 rupee share.
60,000.
How much?
60,000.
Is equal to 0. So by way of cross multiplication, 60,000 into 0 is 0.
Yes, sir.
Now only numerator is there.
Yes, sir.
Send that 0.65 also to the right hand side. That also 0 divided by 0.650. Send this 0.65 this side. It will become 0 divided by 0.65. 0 divided by something is 0 only, no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You understand? Are you understanding me, or shall we solve it step by step?
No, sir. No, sir. Understanding.
Then EBIT minus 48,000 is 0. So EBIT is 48,000, no?
Yes, sir.
So can I say EBIT is equal to 48,000? Do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
This is financial break-even point of first plan. Now we need to do financial break-even point of plan 2. Okay, now you tell me numbers for plan 2.
EBIT we have to find, sir. Interest is same 48,000.
EBIT minus 48,000
into 0.65 minus 28,000 preference dividend.
Very good. 28,000 preference dividend divided by
4 lakhs 40,000
is equal to 0. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So send 40,000 to the right hand side. 48,000 into 0 will be 0.
Yes, sir.
So 0.65 EBIT minus, expanding the bracket, 0.65 into 48,000, how much, ma?
31,200.
31,200 minus 28,000 is equal to 0. Therefore, can I say EBIT is equal to, send 31,000 that side, send 28,000 that side. Here they are negative numbers, that side they will become positive numbers. 31,200 plus 28,000 divided by, send this 0.65 that side, it will become divided by 0.65. So tell me what is EBIT?
91,076.
91,076. Is it so? Very good. So financial break-even point of plan 1 is 48,000. Financial break-even point of plan 2 is 91,076. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Now we need to calculate what? What is the next step?
Indifference points.
Simple. Indifference point means you will write the same equations. You will equate EPS of first one with EPS of second one. So can I write it like this? EBIT minus 48,000 into 0.65 minus 0 divided by 60,000 is equal to EBIT minus 48,000 into 0.65 minus 28,000 divided by 40,000.
Yes, sir.
Now we need to cross multiply. Before cross multiplication, can I cancel this 60,000 and 40,000 with 20,000 so that it becomes 3 and 2?
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
Now cross multiply. 2 into 0.65, 1.30 EBIT minus 1.3 into 48,000, how much?
62,400.
62,400 is equal to, now take this 3 that side, 0.65 into 3, 1.95.
Yes, sir. 1.5 EB.
1.95 EBIT minus 1.95 into 48,000, how much?
93,600.
Huh?
93,600.
93,600 minus 3 into 28,000.
84,000, sir.
84,000. So all numbers one side, all EB8 is one side. Okay, so can I say 1.95 minus 1.30 EB8 is equal to 93,600 plus 84,000 minus 62,400. Therefore, 0.65 EB8 is equal to how much more?
15,200, sir.
1 lakh?
15,200.
200. Therefore, EB80 is equal to 1,15,200 divided by 0.65. How much it is?
1,77,231.
That's all. That is the answer. So guys, do you understand calculation of financial break-even point 1 here, calculation of financial break-even point 2 here, indifference point here?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts? So guys, now copy the answer. Financial break-even point of plan 1, copy. Financial break-even point of plan 2, copy. Then put the heading indifference point between plan 1 and plan 2 and copy. That's all. If you solve one problem properly, all the other problems, there are 3-4 problems with same model, numbers change. So once you are done with this, in the chat box tell me that you are done, then we'll move to next model, next problem. Shall I scroll up? You can try solving this on your own also. Please be careful with that cross multiplications. That's all. Once you are done, please let me know that you are done, then we'll go to next problem. Guys, are you done? Can we move on? Anyone still copying? Chalo, let us go to next question. Shweta, are you done, ma?
Yes, sir.
Can we go to next question?
Yes, sir.
Read.
Ganesha Limited is setting up a project with a capital outlay of rupees 60 lakhs. It has two alternatives in financing the project cost. Alternative A, 100% equity finance, face value of equity share is rupees 10. Alternative B, debt equity ratio 2:1. The rate of interest payable on the debt is 18% per annum. The corporate tax rate is 40%. Calculate the indifference point between the two alternative methods of financing. The financial break-even point for both the financial plans.
That's all. This is the question. Isn't it same?
Yes, sir. Same, sir.
So can you do this homework? Guys, can you do this homework?
Okay, sir.
Seventh problem you can ignore. Problem number 8. Put a star mark. We'll do problem number 8. Can you read problem number 8, ma?
Yes, sir. A new project is under consideration in IZET Limited, which requires a capital investment of rupees 4.50 crores. Interest on term loan is 12% and corporate tax rate is 50%. If the debt equity ratio insisted by the financing agencies is 2:1, calculate the point of indifference for the project.
This is a previously asked examination question. Seems very simple, but student will be confused. They will ask, Pavan sir, this is debt equity ratio 2:1 is one financing plan. Where is the second financing plan? Shweta, you understand the problem?
Yes, sir.
So for calculating indifference point, you need two financing plans.
Yes, sir.
So one financing plan is 2:1. Where is another financing plan?
We have to assume it as 1:1, sir.
No, we have to assume it as full equity, because always it is equity and debt combination, no ma. Either it can be one equity, one debt, or it can be one equity, one combination of debt equity. Because if you do not put your own money, if you are asking bank to give 100% finance, they will not give you.
Okay, sir.
Isn't it? You are buying a house, ma. House is 1 crore. You go to bank and ask them to give 1 crore loan. They will not give. They'll say maximum loan is 80 lakhs. You put a 20 lakhs out of your pocket. Then only bank will give. So 100% equity possible. Pavan sir, can I buy 1 crore rupee house with my own money? I have 4 crores in my bank account. I don't want to go for a bank loan. Can I give 1 crore rupees and buy the house? Yes. That is called 100% equity. Pavan sir, can I go with a combination of debt and equity? Yes. Pavan sir, can I go with complete debt option? No. You cannot. Normally 100% debt option, you cannot. So in this problem, we assume that option 1 is 100% equity. Option 2 is debt equity in 2:1 ratio. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Problem number 8. Vyogavasan, you understand, ma? Financial plan 1. Debt is to equity in 2:1 ratio.
Yes, sir. 2:1.
2:1. Financial plan 2. Equity 100%. This plan is assumed. Correct? Now calculate any data given about EBIT. New project requires capital investment 4.5, interest 12%, corporate tax rate 50%. That's all. So EBIT remains EBIT only, minus financial plan 1. Can you tell me interest, ma? So out of 4.50, debt is 2 portions. That means 3 crores is the debt. Correct? On that 12%. 3 crores into 12% how much? 36 lakhs.
Yes, sir, 36 lakhs.
Guys, you understand how 36 lakhs is calculated? Total project cost is 4.5. In that, the component of debt is 2 portions out of 3. That means 4.5 crores into 2 by 3. That is 3 crores into 12%, 36 lakhs. Okay, EBIT minus this into what is tax rate? 50%. So can I say minus 1 minus tax rate is 0.5 minus preference dividend is 0 divided by number of equity shares. Divided by number of equity shares. How many number of equity shares are there in plan 1? They have not mentioned anything. So we assume equity share is face value is 10 rupees. So here 1.5 is equity now. So in plan 1, see, look here, total 4.5 crores. In these two components, debt is 3 crores, equity is 1.5 crore. Here interest rate is 12%, so interest is equal to 36 lakhs. Okay, here equity face value rupees 1 assumed, or you can assume 10 rupees also. So number of equity shares is 15 lakhs. Correct? Divided by 15 lakhs. Okay, is equal to in plan 2 take EBIT minus in plan 2 what is interest? 0. Why? Plan 2 is 100% equity, no?
Yes, sir.
Into 0.5 minus preference 0 divided by 45 lakh shares. Why? 4.5 crores divided by 10 rupees.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so cancel this and this, 1 and 3.
3 times.
Okay, so 0.5 EBIT minus 18 lakhs is equal to 0.5 EBIT. No, here you need to multiply into 3. 3 into 0.5 EBIT minus 18 lakhs is equal to 0.5 EBIT. Correct? So 1.5 EBIT minus 18 into 3, 54 ma?
Yes, sir.
Is equal to 0.5 EBIT. Therefore, calculate EBIT. Is it 54 lakhs? 1.5 EBIT minus 0.5 EBIT is 1 EBIT. 1 EBIT is equal to 54 lakhs. That's all. So the indifference point is 54 lakhs. Tell me, ma.
Sir, in the first step, sir, 3 into 0.5, no, sir. Then 1.5 should come here, no, sir. You have written 3.
I have written 1.5 here, no? In the first line, I have written 3 into 0.5 EBIT. In the second line, I have written 1.5 EBIT.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Correct only, no?
Yes, sir. Correct, sir.
I'll tell you one secret, okay? You should not tell anyone.
Yes, sir.
I remember all the answers. So, if this is any number other than 54 lakhs, na, my mind tells that somewhere it is wrong and then I'll see. So, don't worry about it. So, 54 lakhs is the correct answer.
Sir.
Guys, are we done with this? Can we move further? One more interesting question is there that we'll do. After that, we'll go to capital structure theories, net income approach, net operating income. Problem number 9. Put a star mark. Very important. Read this question, no?
X Limited is considering the following two financial plans. Plan 1, Plan 2. Equity shares of rupees 10 each, 4 lakhs. 12% debentures, 2 lakhs nil. Preference shares of rupees 100 each, nil, 2 lakhs. Total 6 lakhs. The indifference point between the plans is rupees 2,40,000. Corporate tax rate is 30%. Calculate the rate of dividend on preference shares.
So, do you understand what is the interesting thing in the problem? They already have given indifference point and they are asking you to do reverse working.
Yes, sir.
And they are asking you to calculate rate of preference dividend, not preference dividend. So many students will solve the problem correct, and then the right preference dividend is equal to 16,400. Just for example, I'm telling you, we don't know what is the answer. Preference dividend is equal to 16,400, but that will be wrong. You need to calculate the rate of preference dividend. Preference dividend divided by preference capital into 100. You write 8.4%, that will be correct. Hello, anyway, we'll solve the problem. So shall we do this, ma?
Yes, sir.
Help me with the numbers. So EBIT, EBIT is 2,40,000.
Yes, sir.
2,40,000 minus plan 1 interest how much?
24,000.
24,000. Very good. Tax rate how much?
30%, sir. 0.7.
30%. So can I write 0.7 here?
Yes, sir.
What happened to this? Hello? Something happened to this. Okay, so 2,40,000 minus 24,000 into 0.7.
Yes, sir.
Minus preference dividend how much?
No, sir. 0.
0. Divided by number of shares?
40,000.
Number of shares 40,000
Yes, sir.
is equal to 2,40,000 minus
Minus 0 into 0.7. Sir, preference shares, they have not mentioned the rate, so we have to find it out.
No, but in first plan it is 0, no?
Yes, sir, but in the second plan, they have not given rate. We have to find it out.
If that is the case, we'll write that as PD only.
Yes, sir.
Then that will be the balancing figure, no?
Yes, sir.
Now tell me, what is number of shares?
40,000.
Here also 40,000 only.
Yes, sir. 4 lakhs.
Okay, so 40,000 gets cancelled.
Yes, sir.
Simple problem. 1 1. So now release the bracket. 2,40,000 minus 24,000. 2,16,000 into 0.7. 2,16,000.
1,51,200.
1 lakh
51,200.
is equal to 2,40,000 into 0.7.
1,68,000.
Minus PD. Therefore, PD is equal to 1,68,000 minus 1,51,200. How much, ma?
1,800.
16,800.
Yes, sir.
16,800. Okay, so this is preference dividend, but in the question, what did they ask?
Dividend rates or rate of dividend?
Rate of preference dividend is equal to preference dividend rupees divided by preference share capital into 100. That is equal to 16,800 divided by 2 lakhs. Can I say this is 8.40%?
Yes, sir.
That's all. So guys, you understand this question? This is also previously asked question.
Sir, in the financial plan one, if they mention any preference shares, here it is nil, sir. But if they give 1 lakh means we have to add 2 lakhs plus 1 lakh, 3 lakh we have to divide it, no, sir, while finding out the rate.
No, then here say for example, no, it cannot be like that because 1 will be 0 only.
Yes, sir.
1 will be 0 only, otherwise you cannot solve the problem.
Yes, sir.
Because there can be only one missing figure, nama. Otherwise it goes to linear equations, no? In one equation, if one variable is unknown, that can be calculated. If more than one variable is unknown, then it cannot be solved like this. It goes to linear programming, that is unnecessary headache.
Yes, sir.
In CA final costing, it was there. Now it is deleted. When I did CA final, in costing, linear programming was there. Such a big headache, I tell you. We used to feel like, are we doing IIT or CA? But good news for you, they have deleted all this stuff now. So guys, are we done with this? Can we go to next problem? Read question number 10, ma.
Management of Is It Company Limited Limited wants to raise its funds from market to meet out the financial demands of its long-term projects. The company has various combinations of proposals to raise its funds. You are given the following proposals of the company. P 100% nil, Q 50% 50% nil, R 50% nil 50%. Find out cost of debt and preference shares is 10% each.
No, you don't need to find out. Cost of debt and cost of preference is 10% each.
Yes, sir. Cost of debt and preference shares is 10% each. Tax rate is 50%. Equity shares of the face value of rupees 10 each will be issued at a premium of rupees 10 per share. Total investment to be raised is 40 lakhs. Expected earnings before interest and tax is 18 lakhs. From the above proposals, the management wants to take advice from you for appropriate plan after computing the following: EPS, financial break-even point, compute the EBIT range among the plans for indifference. Also indicate if any of the plans dominate.
Simple. This any of the plans dominate phrase will come in both costing and FM. In the context of break-even point, which plan dominates? So there are two plans, okay? Plan A is there, plan B is there. Which plan dominates? Simple. Whichever plan has lower break-even point is a better plan. So plan A financial break-even point is 10,000. Plan B financial break-even point is 2,500. You can say plan B dominates plan A. That's all. There is lot of theory behind that also. But still, at your level, to write one single sentence conclusion in the exam, wherever the break-even point is less, say that it is a dominating plan, it is a better plan. That's all. Okay. So guys, tell me one thing. Can you calculate EPS? Can you calculate financial break-even point? Can you calculate indifference point?
Yes, sir.
Hello, Shweta madam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This problem you are doing now.
Okay, sir.
How much of time you want?
So 5 minutes.
7 to 8 minutes you can take. 7 to 8 minutes you can take. Okay. After that, we will start with capital structure theories.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So guys, solve this and tell me that you are done. Okay. Then we'll continue.